we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Look at the big fella go. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. To about the 26 here.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And Smith here, an audible at the line. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3, it leaves him with 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Ken Walker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The Bengals at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They give this one to their receiver, Watkins. And some room to run now. Down the right sideline. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Quez Watkins, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
To throw on second down is Smith. Looking left side him, he's got a man. That's Walker. So nothing doing there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
This pass is caught by London. Touchdown, Bengals. Drake London, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Throwing now is Geno. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Down the left sideline. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
11.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On 1, ready? 11, Thomas.
Now Burrow on first down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
11, MT, take. 11, MT, 11. 11, MT, 11, MT. 11.
Now Burrow. He's got his man, London, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's get set. Eleven, 12.
And Burrow going to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ready?
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
11, MT. 11, mighty. 11, Thomas.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's got Smith here. And good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
12.
On third down, Robinson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown! Drake London with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're saying. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something, anything that'll help slow them down.
Searching for answers. Smith on third down. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. And now Smith going to change the play. From the gun, it's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Metcalf with the first down, still without a doubt, one of the toughest assignments in the NFL with his size and speed. A 1,000-yard season for him and an absolute nightmare for any corner who matches up with him.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Out of the gun, Smith. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Gino now to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Block it in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. To get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The Seahawks signed Nwosu last free agency. Believe he can be the top edge rusher and make plays like that look routine. 9.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles last season. Certainly seems like a smart investment on their part.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
How about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Inaudible here to get a new look.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow going for it on 4th. It got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
11.
To the air again, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
11 MT, take.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Smith going to move him around. Metcalf motions left. Trying the left side with Walker. And some room to work. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A quick throw out to Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, and we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again.
Well, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And Walker once more. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Straight ahead, Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Big strides. Look at him go. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
11, 11, MT, take. Dot.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
12, 11. Dot.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. The clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Smith here, an audible at the line.
Sunday.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackled by the safety, Bubba Bolden. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll go down at the 28. Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Gino. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive's going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on third down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches, and T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver, that allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", ability to flat-out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone.
Burrow, and that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go, here we go.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1.
Go.
To throw, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Drake London, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And now Smith going to change the play. And going right back to Walker. Breaks through the contact. Inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the
I need to get him 4 touchdowns.
Here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Gear from Walker running right. And he is going to be
They don't want me to get that, dude.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try and run Walker. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.